Come on. 5 years, still you, still me, still here. 5 years, baby. 5 years, 5 years.
Check, check. Hey, there we go. Not bad. Thank you for 84 months. Hot damn. Holy shit. That's crazy. All right. Rainy, humid day. We'll see how long this lasts. But I got some plywood to tear up, man. Hello. I don't even know if I'm in frame yet. I got cutlassoptimizer.com. You can't see my head. All right, cool. Hey, Mo. I'm sure you. That's all right. All right. This is the one that printed with color, and I can't see it. I don't have enough ink. Oh boy, man. Like I said, it is very, very humid. Oh, Delandy K. And the hearthless headsman. Wait. Oh, man. And I hope everything's okay. Just a regular checkup, hopefully. I might change the music. I feel like this is fine when I was by myself, but now I gotta, hold on. Let's see. I don't know. We'll do this, I guess. Hard to not like. Deep token. For me. Oh, man. Sveti. I haven't started. I've got a hoodie on right now. I might take it off right away. I'm just so dang warm. All right, so I have two 4x8 sheets of plywood that I need to cut into usable pieces. I used cutlassoptimizer.com to optimize my cut list, and I haven't actually looked at it yet, so let me look at it now. It's actually got a weird, like it wants me to start with a rip cut. That's not going to happen. I seem to be offline. Please wait while we try to connect. Is the stream offline or is this thing offline? I think this thing's offline. I just have Martin messaging. Wow. Failed to determine content classification? What does that even mean? Am I live? Sure is fine. Okay. Dude, all right. It's pretty chilly in here, but I am going to take this hoodie off because it's just so humid. Still hanging out in my garage. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Hold on. Special project. Okay. Starting the hood stream off with some light stripping off camera. Headphones and microphone. All right. Okay, so what I don't have is a track saw or a table big enough. So we're going to use a circular saw, a straight edge, and some hope. Yeah, okay, so I wanted to look at this thing again. So it has me, oh, I get it, because that's just then just like a longer piece. Yeah, okay, so there's two cuts on a flat sheet, like a piece of plywood, right? You have a what's called a rip cut, and then you also have a cross cut. A rip is across the long way or with the grain, and I don't think anybody is big enough to rip cut this 4x8 sheet of plywood because it's heavy as shit. So I'm actually going to change this. All right, so I realize now that I don't have every measurement that I need. I think it's a 1 3/8 or is it 1 1/8? We'll get to that when we do it. Not emergency number. Come on. Okay, so yeah, we'll do 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4. Okay, maybe this one for third. All right. It's supposed to my computer screen. Stop it. Yeah. First thing I need to do then is, also I found a, I can't see what you guys see right now. I found a really inexpensive drill press. It needs some work, but I'm gonna get there with it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna just close this app and then restart it. How about that? All right, well, while that's doing that, but it has like some plastics parts broken on it and stuff, and I looked at it and I'm like, I can pretty easily just 3D print stuff there. That'll work great. Also, I just realized that there's a spelling error in my stream title. Making an in-wall cabinet. Nailed it. No, I don't think you're joking, which is why it's upsetting. All right. It's a piece of scrap paper and some tape. All right, get these out of the way. Am I gonna have enough room right here? I don't think I am. I think I need to move this stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay, now I can see what you guys can see over there. But for a hot minute here, I'm going to be crawling around on the floor. So I'm going to keep the camera angle as it is for now, as I prepare. Okay. Oh, that wasn't important. Don't want to crush it, though. All right, we're good. Did I just do this backwards? Man, I do this every time. It's got like a easy breakdown feature. I 100% go the opposite way with it every time. Because this way, I can use my feet. Like that. Okay. And this section is just a very important safety and dust collection thing that I never use. Just the regular riving knife is usually just fine for my purposes. Okay. Should check outside? And we say, yeah. All right. So we'll be laying it on insulation here as a kind of a backer board. Oh yeah, no, we got room. Not much. But it sort of hit me today how much stuff I actually have to do for this, because it's meant to be delivered this weekend. All right. Yeah, that'll work. All right. I kind of want to move this still. Hold on. Can I like scoot it? Oh, not with this thing against it. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's so slick. Oh man, I need a panel lifter is what I should have gotten. I can't even lift it. Okay, not without hurting myself. All right. Also, I just don't want to damage that edge at all. Okay. All right. Number 2. All right. Now I'm going to see if I can move my whole little work table that I have without taking it off. Can't tell if this shifted or if it moved. Okay. Just a scotch more room. What is this? That's cool. I don't know what this piece goes to. Huh. I don't know if this is anything of mine. Definitely don't recognize it. Like a plastic screw with a hook and a hinge, or a hinge and a spring. I don't know if it's a hinge. Man, I haven't even started working and I'm sweating already. That's so humid. All right. Yeah, the good old Pink Panther insulation. All right. Backer board in place. Yeah, looking good in there. Hey, zombie! Track saw time? If I had a track saw, it would be track saw time. Unfortunately, it is a circular saw and the world's cheapest straight edge time. I would love for it to be track saw time. What a good time that would be. I also would love to have a panel lifter. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep on dragging it, whatever. Just use that as the throwaway side. Yep, already damaged that bottom side, so that is going to be the scrap side. There we go. All right. Jesus, I can't even push it with my foot. All right. So, with Baltic birch the way that it is right now, it's more or less untenable to actually purchase. Got a cheap Wayne track saw? Nice. No, well, there's a couple of different track saws that I kind of wish that I had. Craig recently has come out with they've come out with like their own battery line of tools, including a really cool pocket hole jabby. But I don't know. Previously, people have said that the Craig track saw stuff was a little disappointing because it was meant as like a circular saw plate. Oh. Is it bath time? Bath time? Ah, Shelby's getting a bath. Yeah, well, I'll pull it up on my thing here. All right. Okay. Yeah, I generally like Craig as a company. I found out recently that they used to be I don't remember if it was the manufacturer or distributor of Triton tools. And Triton recently decided to withdraw everything from the North American market. It's a little interesting. All right. I don't need both parts. At least not yet. There we go. Oh, fishbowl. Yeah, no, different one. No, she's they're bringing her to a groomer. Be a little cold. It's 52 right now. All right. Speed square. And saw. Okay. So, I don't know where I put it now, but my cut list has me starting with a thin rip along the edge. And I guess technically I do have a rip guide for the circular saw, but those things are usually a piece of crap. I've literally never tried to use it. Yeah, I'm going to do 20 inches to begin with. So, memory serves, is 5 inches from the edge of the plate to the blade. Yeah. All right. So I want a 20. Well, first off, I got to get my depth stop going and a battery. Let's do that first. Yeah, but no, Zombie, I'm with you on just wired tools in general. Not a fan. All right. Here. See if I can do this so you guys can see. So. Oh, ow. Oh, you know what else I have? Oh, man. Yeah. Got little kneecaps. Yeah, for cuts, right? Because then you're, yeah, exactly. Exactly. These are crappy little things that cost, I think, $2. But hopefully it'll work for this. No. Yeah, Annika, no, it's the worst. There are a couple of different things that exist to not have to do that, but okay. So I gotta get my height down. So then it'll only go through that much. Make sure everything's down tight. Okay. So, as we said, going to be at 20 inches, and the width of the guide on the saw is 5 inches, so I need 15 inches. This is where my actual thing will be here. Oh, it's too thick. Good. Without either like a really big track saw or a panel saw that usually doesn't give the smoothest cut, but or I don't know, anything to cut sheet goods like this. I always find this to be the most nerve-wracking part. Because if you screw up, it's an expensive screw up. This is proper measuring form. Okay. Now I get to clamp this thing to my board. That gets to be the tricky part with the foam underneath it, as it happens. Oh. I have seen the Boar Centipede. I've also seen that it's about $250, $300, right? Listen, I've seen it. I promise I know it exists. If that was water, where would I be? This isn't the one I was looking for, but it's definitely mine. Okay. Okay. That's where I thought I had the clamps for those. Those are different clamps. There they are. This comes with two little C-clamps. I might use something else here. That's going to get in the way. These are like the smallest clamp. Here's these guys. These don't work, then they don't work, and then I'll go back to those C-clamps. I need to leave before I start buying woodworking stuff. Relatable. Yeah, that's too thick for, I want it to fit right here. Okay. I was worried about that. I guess these little clamps are fine. I just don't like them. Too small. These big clamps, big clamp, better clamp. But this is where I would already be doing like my third cut if I had a track saw. All right. Okay. They're just, well, I like a little more clamping pressure, that's all. Even close? There we go. But yeah, no, this is where we find out if I make an $80 whoopsie. Actually, I think I have enough material for one whoopsie. Not two whoopsies though, just one whoopsie. Come on. All right. Okay. So now, I have to try to get this underneath this thing. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Fuck. Right, Martin? In case people missed me talking about it before, this is for Martin. Okay. I'm actually going to grab one of the other sheets that I have. Okay. Okay. Too much. Oh my God, I hate these clamps. Ugh. Okay. And double check the other side. Lift the other side and push it forward. There we go. Move it just ever so slightly. There we go. Okay. Battery on the saw. Do I want? I think I do. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Huh. My clamp is in the way, which makes sense. But I need to flip it around, but I don't have the space to flip it around. Mm-hmm. Well, I can put more insulation down just to lift it up and flip those clamps on, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I only have one 2x that's long enough. So it'd be kind of unsupported. Oh, that sucks. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, though. At least then I won't be falling on the ground. Always something. Always something. Well, let me clear this stuff off. Oh. So many Christmas ideas. I don't even know what I would request if I had like a list. I have my own personal running list, but I'm not going to give that to you guys. All right. So on this here, I've got two sawhorses. Normally, I keep 4 foot long 2x4s on there. I'm gonna see how I can do. See how I can do this. I don't know. This is gonna get maybe a little bit squirrely. I got to get all the stuff off of it. There's a leaf. No, absolutely not, Martin. I'd be sooner to go see if I can figure out getting. Well, I mean, if I just got another piece of 2x4, then it'd be fine. But I'm gonna see if I can make do with what I got. All of the rest of this is for the other project, which I'll get to as soon as I'm done with this one. But hopefully I can get this done. I want to put dowels. That's my joinery method that I think that we're going to do. So that way I can lay it flat and then glue it up when I get there. And then in addition to the dowels, I'm going to use pocket hole screws. So that way I don't need to have a million clamps, right? And it's going to be inset into the wall, so you're not even going to see those. That is the current idea. Okay. Need like a box for all this. Oh, a box. Fresh out of box. I've got a bucket. That'll work. All right. When you watch woodworking videos, this is the stuff they edit out. By the way. Okay. By the way, if anybody has specific music requests, I just put something on. I don't mind listening to much. Better yet, if you have like a link to a Spotify playlist, that'd be cool. All right. Don't forget this top off. That's what she said. Oh, sorry if that was annoying on the audio. Okay. Oh boy. You know, the part that I'm gonna be actually worried about potentially hurting myself is getting this guy onto the sawhorses. For the record. Okay. Well, first things first, lift this up and out of the way. Okay. And like I said, we're going to use this edge as scrap. So I'm just going to drag it. Okay. So yeah, these are just like basic as 2x4s. Hey Earl, thank you very much, man. It's the Jonathan Katz Moses apron that he sells, and it is my dang favorite. It has like a little square holster that I love. Absolutely love it. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to use these, so that's cool. Also, sorry if I just punched the camera. All right, so I have one 2x4 that is 8 feet long, but I only have one. So how am I going to do this? I don't. So I guess what I could do, I think I would offer a little bit more. So I've got this other longer piece. Maybe 6 feet long. So if I have this maybe on the inside, and I have this on the outside, would that work appreciably? Find out. I go. Actually, I thought that was. I thought that was 6 feet. I don't think it is. I think it's. Oh, okay. Yeah. 5 4 inches. All right. Yeah, so I guess I could have it on these like this. I want to have something on that side. I don't want to use any of this raw wood that I have behind me here. I don't know if I have any other options. Okay. That's going to have to be. I'll figure it out. I will have to have this be different than where it is. Oh no, because it's at 20. It's at 20, not 15. 15 is where I got the measurement. Okay, yeah. So just gotta make sure that I'm not gonna cut into my sawhorses. And then I should be good. This is the most twisty piece of 2x4. All right. Kind of hate it. It's okay. Well, then I can change the camera angles, huh? Oh, hey, Spoo. Building a TARDIS? Would that I could. All right, a bit more. Get out of here. Ugh. Then I don't need my foam pads here. It did make my knees sweat, though. That's uncomfortable. Okay, so now I got to get this thing up. Easy peasy. You guys are going to have a bad camera angle for a minute. It's all right. I don't want something heavy on that end. Ooh, I need something heavy to brace the sawhorses, actually. Here, I have a drill press. That's heavy. Try it again. Oh, I've got something even better. Can I ask for your assistance for 2 seconds? Can I ask for your assistance for 2 seconds? I just need to get the ply on my sawhorses here. Just table it. Table it? Yeah. Oop, that's right. That's all, thank you. All right. Okay. Now I've got a drill press in the way. All right. Yeah, I guess that's right. I wish I had a cross member. That'd be ideal, probably. How about you guys? Oh, way over there. My TARDIS is making my knees, not my niece. Stop it. Okay, so at 20 inches, and at 20 inches. Okay, so we'll cut a little bit into the ply, or not the ply, but we'll cut a lot of it into the ply. I'll cut a little bit into the 2x4s over there, but that's fine. All right, let's try this again. Whew. All right, something like right about there. And oh, does that like not fit in the thing there? Oh, cool. So this be here. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to use different clamps. Suck. I got my gear clamps. I'm now running into the saws. Always something. Hey, you know what? I changed my mind. I want a track saw. This sucks. Yeah. All right. That'll work. I just don't know which track saw I want. Saw's on the way. Stop it. Just want square cuts, you know? Not asking for that much. How is this more in the way? Okay. I want a wood lathe. I don't really want a wood lathe. I've never done any kind of turning. It's not been my thing. Not to say that I wouldn't try. I just not anything that I've ever experienced or thought about. Okay, I think that's about as square as I can get it. Double check my plunge depth. Probably bring it up a little bit now, actually. Okay. All right. Let's do a test. Well, not on thing. All right. That is now clear in the motor. I think I can make a cut. Triple check. They're not going to run into anything that I'm not expecting to. All right. What I didn't do is attach a hose. That's right. Let's see how it did. First off. Woo. All right, well, remind me to get another thing of 2x4 and mark do not use on it. Sawdust Booger, can I make a suggestion when doing rips like that? That's a crosscut, but yeah, what's up? Oh, that's definitely true. Why not? And I have done that previously. And actually, the reason why maybe I didn't think of it is because previously I was going to be doing it on, like, up against the, what do you call it? The foam. But yeah, nope, that will definitely help the tear out. That being said, we got a pretty clean cut. Let's see how we did measurement-wise. Just a little bit oversized, actually. And not square. Yeah, wait, maybe it is. It's like a 64th off, which is fine. Also do diagonal. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm just being particular. No, brother, you're good. No. That, like I said, normally that is. Normally I have. Well, first off, what's interesting with doing it with a circular saw like that, because of the way that the circular saw rotates, it'd be tape on the top side, right? But that is not a bad idea at all. No, and if anybody has anything, even if I end up choosing to not use it, and there's nothing that I'm not going to mind hearing about. Okay. And then, where's my sheet? 46. And that will be done probably on the table saw. We'll see. Actually, it measures 46 and 1/16, which is annoying. Weird measurement. Actually, I might oversize it a little bit. Okay. But no, man, I use tape all the dang time for a lot of stuff. That's here. Also, that was way better than crawling around. Built their whole desk using a circular saw? Damn. I don't think anybody could make me do that. Circular saw is like a, well, nothing else is going to work. least for any of the stuff that I do. It's more of a construction thing, then it's circular saw is just fine. Yeah. All right. And on this side. "15 inches here." Okay. Much easier than a table saw for full sheets? Oh yeah, I mean, unless you have like a cabinet saw, or even like, I forget what those are called. The like European style ones that have like the huge moving sled. But those are like for people who make neck cabinets, like professionally, like that is what you do. Not exactly there. But no, I mean, track saw is one of those things where if you've never used one, it doesn't feel like it's that necessary until you use one and you're like, oh, this is way better. This is way better. I didn't realize I was doing it the hard way until just right now. You know what? Why not? I'm going to try taping it on this once I get here. See how it does. I've got a really fine tooth blade on there, but it can always be better. You know? Thank you guys for watching. I know this is a weird change to some of the other stuff that I typically do, but I enjoy it. What I still have to figure out for this project is the acrylic or glass for the the doors. Probably going to be acrylic because tempered glass needs to be of a specific size. You can't just cut it. You cannot cut tempered glass. It'll shatter. Not even shatter, it'll explode. Oh. Okie dokie. Oh, I was going to put the tape on. Let's do that. Oh. All right. I'll try Why Not Strick. Yeah, it does. It's definitely brought new people in. It's just a matter of, you know, if the old people are watching. New people's great. But I'd rather just as soon make sure that the old guard is also interested in watching, you know? Does this like fit there? No, that'd be too convenient. All right. These are going to be, by the way, faced. I'm putting some poplar edge banding on them. So the actual cleanliness of the cut doesn't not much, but like more than done. But not as much as it maybe would with other projects. Right. Yeah, hopefully, Eileen. I still feel bad about Sunday. That sucked. And then yesterday, same shit. Yeah, there's suddenly all that I was doing, which is not my intention. Also, I haven't decided. Today might be a long woodworking stream rather than a gaming stream because I have this to do. Yeah. All right, let's make us some dust. This got my way in a big bad way. I think I maybe open this door. See how the wind is. Ooh, excuse me. Otherwise, I put a mask on. I'm gonna put dust collection on next time. It's not gonna get rid of everything, but it'll help. I should also get this other stock off the floor. Okay. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. Right this second, it's 2:30. It takes so long for me to make these cuts. I don't know, I'll figure it out. What I need to do is to make sure that any sawing happens during the day, right? I want to really pester the neighbors. No, what's nice about a track saw is the track itself acts as a backward board. So you wouldn't have to do this, you'd get a nice clean cut. Well, that is pretty clean. Pretty clean, you're not wrong. Not that I thought you were going to be, but yeah. That's not a bad little tip. Yeah, it's not a bad little tip. I'm going to go through a lot of tape, but again, depending on what you're doing, can be very much worth it. Also, this plywood, I still can't get over how much it costs versus the quality. Still can't get over that. It is meant as like a Baltic birch competitor. And so a 5 foot by 5 foot sheet of Baltic birch, because that's the sizing that comes in, is like 160 right now. So, 25 square feet. This is 8 foot by 4 foot. And it was under 80. And that is crazy to me. All right. We've done this cut. We've done this cut. So now I should do this cut this way. Hip, hip, hip. All right. Let's see how we did this way. About a 16th off. I'll figure that out later. All right, so then 6 1/8. Boy, having the door open is nice, but it is now even more humid. Cooler, but more humid. Oh boy, tell you what, actually, can really tell the quality of those edges when I pick it up. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so for my next trick, I have a 50.5-inch cross cut. More than the 4-foot thing. I need the other side. Now I get to put these two back together. But yeah, no, this is the cheapest straight edge, I think, on the market. I think so. At least, I mean, I'm sure there's probably some like Amazon special or Banggood special or whatever, but I hate putting these things back together. Gotta make sure there's no lip. That's perfectly flush. Okay. You say you use a spare board? I mean, that's a matter then of me being more retentive, where I want to make sure that it is a 100% square cut. You know what I mean? Yeah, not claiming accuracy. But I mean, again, depending on what you're doing, that could just be just fine. If you're cutting like sheathing for a house, nobody's going to give a shit if you're like a 1/2 inch off, really. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work. Oh, you want it this way. Let me think. I could rotate it. So it is going to be 32 and, man, I don't like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense either. I wish that they just gave me fractions. 32.34. Mm-hmm. It's a word measurement. I might give it just a little bit extra for my sake. An offhand variance, yeah. Well, that's true. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, Timu special, yeah, stuff like that, right? I think that I am going to rotate the whole board just on safety. Because otherwise, if I cut it across this way, there'll be nothing in the middle, and the thing will collapse on itself. And that's a good way to get injured. Yep. All right, so just rotate it this way. So this is the bad side. Let me actually, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I want 32 from this edge. So let me get this. That way I don't get that mixed up. All right, 32 3/4. Boy, I keep on not clipping my, oh, there it is. Not clipping my tape back to my apron. I'm losing it. But no, yeah, no, wood movement, like that's one thing that a lot of people don't, like, unless you're in the know, a lot of people never even think about. So you'll hear people, like Jenny was in here before, John's wife, saying wood is not a solid. And yeah. Okay, so I have rotated it this way, so then looking this way. Okay. 32. Let's put it at 32 and a half. Oh no, 32 and a half minus 5 inches. My bad, 27 and a half. Get it? Oops. All right, on the side. So, 32.5 minus 5 on this side, 27.5 is right there. All right. Let me, all right, move it over. Let me put this in and out of my, oh, because this is not on. There we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. Boy. Oh. Got too much crap on all these random tables. I want to organize it and put it away. How's the phone battery holding? Should be okay. This is an acceptable cover. This is the only cover of the song that I like. It's the only one that I think does it justice. I actually really like it. But the phone battery should be fine. It was not at 100 when we started. But depending on how late I decide to go, I might have to do something with it. But I don't know. At like 5 p.m., tacos should be ready, and then maybe I'll like take an hour break, eat, maybe shower probably, and then keep going from there. Wait a minute. This is backwards. This is backwards. That was almost an expensive whoopsie. I went the wrong way. Because I need it 5 inches from the track, right? And then I subtracted 5 and moved it over this way, because that's what I had done for the other ones, which makes sense. But I need this one to be 32, so that's not what I want to do, because I'm now doing a crosscut and not a rip. I actually go 5 inches over from that, or cut it the other way, which will also work. Out of the way, this needs to be turned around. I'm going to wait a minute. Yeah, so be at 37.5. Yeah, let's do that. Oh boy. Ooh, oh. Okay. Try that again. $37 and a half. Okay, try that again on this side. Hey. All right. I don't have an easy way to check the phone battery until it starts beeping at me because it's low. Found it. You know what I'm going to do? Because it got so much in the way last time. I'm going to pull this board back. Oh, okay. Or it's going to get stuck. That works too. Oh. All right. On to get exactsies. As is my custom. Okay. I have a big old long thing on this side. You know, I have to look at my back for a second. All right. And the last time, let's do it again. Put some tape down. Put some pork line back home, man. I might go for a pork line. I haven't remember the last time I've had pork line. Oh gosh. Okay. Triple check this right quick. Yep. Hey. Clip. Brush off the workpiece here just because there's just a little bit of sawdust on it. But that can be enough to mess up your cut. All right. It's more than 4 feet. All right. Move that down. And cut number 3. And then there'll be one more cut on this sheet. Haven't decided if I want to do that. That one could probably be done on the table saw. I don't know. I'm going to cut this piece and see how I feel about it. Yeah, I might. Yeah, let's hook up the air. Let's see. I don't know what size that outlet is actually. Let me think. All I have is, yeah, I don't have an adapter that I have printed for this. I don't use the circular saw unless I'm cutting sheet goods like this, right? Not really any reason to. I might go with tape. Unless, I think. So I've got the Rockler thing on the other one. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do it this way. This is one thing with a wireless saw that, like, you'd still probably want to hook up your dust collection to it. Oh man, I fucked up the tape. No, Jesus Christ. Whatever. It's gonna be on there for the next hour, and that's it. Okay. Oh. There you go, Martin. Take another drink of water. Okay. We now have dust collection set up. All right, dude. Cut number 3. Eric, going on. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. Hey, Cardoso. This hose is ribbed on the outside, and I think also on the inside, which isn't great, but that's what I have. The rib's caught on the play. Okay. Well, why not? That is a clean cut, man. I think it was doing fine, but you know what? That really puts it over the edge, so to speak. All right. Let's start with this guy this time. Yeah, a lot less dust. Not none, but less. Okay, so this then is extra. This piece here. Also, by the way, this cabinet is an unfortunate size because it's 50 inches tall. If it was 48, it would make this a lot easier. Or under 48 even. This can go over here. Oh, it's so much easier to move when it's smaller. Who knew? It's probably fine. Okay, so, and I should now have a piece that is oh, no, because I moved it. Yeah, 56-ish and 32 and a half. Okay. So then I want to trim this to length. I think that looking at it, I am going to do it on the table saw, or circular saw, excuse me. I do not have the shelf height that I want. I'm not wrong, but it's just a weird height. Just because that's how it comes. 48 wide. Okay. And same story. Let me think. How much do I need to trim off? Boy, you know what? Why not? I'm now fully sold. That is a very, very clean cut, dude. Hot dang. All right, so 50 and a half, is that right? Yep. So I'm trimming off, it's faded 6 and an eighth, something like that. I scoot this out, so long as my main workpiece is supported. All right, so 50 and a half, and we want 5 inches from that, so it's going to be 45 and a half. Where's my speed square? All right. $45 and a half on that side. $5 and a half on the side. The other thing is that you have to do math every time, right? Actually, you just lay it down. You just lay the fucking thing down. Where would that be? No, there's no shortage of woodworking equipment that exists, let alone stuff that I want. Gonna call it a day soon here? Nice. Regional boss might have gotten fired. Oh no. That's interesting. A little bit more. There are pros and cons. I'll agree with that. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Little tiny tippy taps. Move it over. Ow, fuck. Oh, I just cut myself on the tip of this. All right. All right. And I'll double check my spacing. The random 4 p.m. meeting show up, and that would be annoying. Oh. Let me do that date thing again, because it's working pretty dang well. Nifty little tipperoo. All right. Gotta move this whole contraption. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go around the other way. And like professional woodworking shops, they have dust collection that is in the ceiling. So you just grab a hose from above you, and then you're good. All right. So that looks pretty good. Move all this just in case something goes terribly wrong. And I know I'm going to be in the way for the shut. Hey, math teacher, how you doing? Good math, thanks. All right. And what are we on? 3, 4? Cut number 4? 3? I don't remember. Oh, turn on the air. Turn on the dust collection. And there you go. Yep. Okay. No kidding, Inika. That's crazy. Was always the workshop floor. Oh, man. That's a good way to get the black lung. No, I feel inadequate about my dust collection. So that's really crazy to me. But also, like, I don't know. Now we know that it's bad for you. I'll bet that he did like finishing without like a mask on, you know, like VOCs aren't great for the health. Yeah, never wore a mask doing anything. Yeah. Okay. So how long has it been since my brother dropped Shelby off? We just wait until he comes back out here and then get him to help me with this other board. I only wear my mask because things can kill me. It's construction, you never wore a mask doing plaster or drywall finishing. Oh, and smoking? Yeah, sure. They asked me if he had ever been a coal miner. Oh, that's brutal. That's pretty brutal. I think it's been over an hour too, right? He's got to be coming back up here pretty soon. All right, so that should be the back, yeah. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Oh, because I still have to cut the edge. I was like, it's not working out. That math ain't mathin'. All right. Boy, really is a clean edge. Hey, Tesla Max, how you doing? Wish I had that much storage or workspace? Well, it's not even mine, so there's that. There is that. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. Okay, and then so this next one, I think I ripped that first. Yeah. And then the rest I maybe do on a table saw? Maybe. We got, yeah, 2 of them at 20. Okay. So I need to extend this just about as far as it'll go again. Bump, bump, bump. I was hoping to get into cutting the rails and stiles today, but as is always the case, it goes slower than you think. I guess I also got started a little later than I anticipated too. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to do this how I had been trying to do it, and we'll see how we do from there. I wonder if I went and got like little furniture mover jobbies. Let me think. Yeah, well, I mean, I wish that as we go on with these streams, the goal is to become more and more organized out here as I keep more and more tools in here. Let's see if the weight of my drill will do anything. Yeah, right, Martin? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now I can get this guy moving. This first off. Yep. So far, really liking this plywood, though. Tell you what. Called Spartan ply. Hadn't heard of it. All right. So, again, this is, if I had a panel carrier, this would be a good idea. Well, worst case scenario, I knock everything over and injure myself. All right. Nope, that's not going to hold. It's too heavy. Shoot, bang. I might have to get my brother. This might be a two-person job. I thought it was worth a try. Yeah. Well, the wood is huge. Need those sawhorses with the rollers? I mean, even then, being able to, flip it over these would be tricky. There's certain like small little things that you can get. But no, this is not from a big box store. Big box store, sometimes you'll be able to get some kind of nicer stuff. But here, I'm gonna grab a piece here. One of my offcuts. But I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it's something like 13 plies. I don't know. And it's great. But yeah, no, I got this from a woodworker store that is local-ish. It's about 45 miles away. Or 45 minutes away, excuse me. But yeah, so it's a lot of plies, right? Versus the 5 or 6 that you can get if you go with stuff from a big box store. And at a big box store, this could work, but this is more furniture grade. Yeah, it's local, but my Home Depot, I could throw a rock and hit it. It's I think 7 minutes away. But this was, in addition to being this quality, cheaper than a lot of the big box store stuff. All right. Might go see what my brother's doing. Otherwise, I could try to get straps and then try to pull it this way. Might be the plan. All right, 2 seconds. I'm going to leave the microphone up here. I'll be right back. It just has so much anxiety over it. Oh, got it. All right.
I get my fingies underneath.
Yep, you're good. No, it's very slick. All right, cool. That's all. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, now. Number 2. Okay. Working on his coronet. His coronet? You have the same haircut? Yes, because we have the same fucking... I do not own a panel transporter. Yeah. There's a couple of different ones. There's like there's one where you like can grab it from the top. There's one where you can put it underneath the bottom. Putting it underneath the bottom for this particular instance would have been good to then be able to lift it up and over the thing. But yeah, no. Male pattern alopecia is a matrilineal trait. So it comes from my mother's father. And I have the same mother. So. Actually, I think my brother Jared's the only one that still has any hair. It sucks. I hate it. For what it's worth. Go through a lot of drywall? You go through a lot of drywall? That's interesting. How do you mean? Oh, a Dodge Coronet. A 4-door Charger. Gotcha. Yeah, dude. Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Well, because I knew he was working on that, and then he said he's working on a Coronet, and I was like, maybe I missed those. Rebuilding your house. Nice. That's awesome, actually. Okay, hold on. So, that side was on the floor. And then we've got, so we'll do one at 32 3/4. And then I'll rip that both twice. Okay. Sure. It'll actually be at 37 3/4 with, no, it'll be, see, this is what I did last time. It'll be 27 3/4. What do I do about odors when I get sick? Yeah, dude. You know what I've done? You know what I've done? I have selected shipped and then actually shipped it the next day. That's what I've done. Is like print off the thing, at least with Etsy, right? Because then it sends a thing to the user that says, your item has been shipped. Now, I don't do that if it is close to the like minimum shipment time that Etsy has, right? But I would 100% have done that. Where I'm like, yep, it's out of there, it's shipped. Totally. $27.50. Double checking the math. Or no, not 1/2 and 3/4. Wait, how does that work? Because it would then be I'm suddenly doubting this measurement. Hold on. Should have printed my drawing. Okay, so 20, 20, yep. Because each of those gets 1 inch and 3/8 of poplar facing. But this is the depth. This is then 32. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. I have a doubt of if the back is cut right then. Maybe I typed it out wrong. I'll have enough from this board to make a new back if I really need to. Yeah. I don't want the kid to help. Yeah, fair. It's hard to live in the same area where you're sanding drywall. Yeah, right? I get that. That's technically illegal in, well, it's probably illegal here too, for what it's worth. No, it's Estimax. I get that, man. There's all kinds of times where I've been like, I want to change this. Yeah, something's messed up here. Because the back should have the same width as the top and bottom. And it presently doesn't. And I didn't notice that until just now, because when I went to cut the top and bottom. Let's see, 96 minus 32 and 3/4, yes. We'll have enough here too. If I need to make another back. It'll just suck. But not quite. What is this again? It's going to be an inset cabinet. So it's a cabinet that is in a wall. All right. I'm trying to figure out what possibly could have happened. I just typed it out wrong and when I was putting it into cutlistoptimizer.com. All right, well. It is not against the wall, it is inside the wall, yeah. All right, we're just making a new carcass for it. Okay. So we got 33, so that'll be 28. Hey. Spoop. All right. It's also being painted too, by the way. And this ply is known for taking paint very, very well. We were talking about plywood from big box stores. My favorite from a big box store, in my area at least, anybody that has a Menards, is the pre-finished ply that you can get at Menards. That's some good stuff. They do also have, man, what is it? I don't think it's the same distributor, but it's another ply like this where it's a mini ply. How deep? It's math. Just more than 20 inches. So it's 21 3/8 of depth inside the cabinet. And I'm going to put an 1 3/8 poplar face banding on it. With a overlay door with a 1/4 inch reveal. You need curious about that stuff. All right, where is my straight edge? There's that one. Where's the other one? Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. Yeah, those are my usuals. Remind me to show you later my father's rebuild of their kitchen cabinets. He just refaced them with elm. Oh man, that he had harvested. Oh gosh, that's awesome. Anybody see my straight edge? Where'd it go? Yeah, a piece of metal about 4 feet long. I guess I can just use the other side, but I don't know what. What in the hell? Dude, am I crazy? Like, where'd I put it? What? ADHD is a bitch. I don't think it's under the board. I can look again. Okay. Put it over here somehow and just forget. I bring it downstairs with me when I talk to my brother and leave it down there for some reason. I feel crazy. Where? How do you lose a 4 feet piece of aluminum? Doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, it's behind this one. Okay. The other half of it with the thingy still attached is over here. It was just behind. It's behind this. Yes, I see that now. Thank you. Thank you. If you happen to go back through chat, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know how it's never come up, Bruce. Yeah. That's interesting. Well, I mean, I haven't always had the facilities to be able to do it, right? Like when I was living in Chicago, which is most of the time that you and I really hung out. Hard to fit table saw in your Chicago apartment. Yeah, right, DKB? Oh, yeah, no, same shit, for sure. Oh, man. Got some schmutz on it. Okay. Let's double check. What we got going on? I want this to be 33 wide. So it should be on 28. All right. All right. Tippy tap, get it into place. Too far. Oh. Square. Here's some fun trivia. What was the first company to ever have a speed square? Because I bet it's a name you've heard before. And maybe didn't put it together. Unless I'm wrong, which is possible. I need. Hold on. Yeah. Why are you sticking? Oh, I see what's happening. It's underneath the thing. There we go. Does anybody know? First speed square? Don't look it up. We'll might spoil it. Unless you want to tell me that I'm wrong, which is possible. But I believe the first company to ever have a speed square was Swanson. You know anything else named Swanson that might have something a little bit to do with woodworking? All right. What year did they invent it? John Swanson. No, no, it's Swanson, as in, yeah, the character from Parks and Rec, as in Ron Swanson, right? Yeah. But what year? Man, I want to say, I'm going to go with 1918. That is my guess. I do not know. 1925. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. May, how are you? All right. Let's do Why Not's little trick again, because I'm enjoying it. It's making some pretty good cuts. Oop. Let's do it backwards. Yeah, by the way, and I'm saying this because of sort of how Why Not felt like he was being a little careful when he was talking about the little tape trick that we learned today. But by no means do I consider myself an expert by this. I'm barely a student, really. So, if there's any ideas, I'm always good to hear new stuff. What does this cover? Oh, man. One day in Ireland more before moving in. And then Japan, for crying out loud. That frog tape is better than that frog. Wolfie, if that's not a question, I agree. Yeah, no, I like frog tape better. Way better. The only thing that blue tape has on it is that it's less expensive. Definitely a statement. All right, making sure. All right. Frog tape better than all other tapes? I don't know about that one. I'd still put gaff tape up there. Square. And nice and square. Okay. Arrange my dust collection here. Double check, make sure I'm not going to cut anything underneath that I'm not expecting to cut. Good. Come here. Frog tape is just better painter's tape, yeah. Still no residue, but just a little bit stickier. But again, a little bit more expensive. Nothing too bad. But I do like frog tape. Yeah. All right. Oh. Okay. And dust collection going on. Let's make a cut. Keep this on here. Peak cutting position. Shut up. Ooh, we got a little bit of a tear out on the backside here. That's goofy. Totally safety first minded? That is. Answer your question. What's your question? What do I want from Japan? I don't want it. You know what I want? I want a Japanese plane. Like a wood cutting plane. Not like a I-fly plane. No, actually, that would probably be too much. Don't do that. Not even probably. That would be too much. I don't even know how much, but that would be too much. I don't know. I want anything from Japan. I want you to return safely. That's what I want. How about that? There. A wood cutting plane? Yeah, like a hand plane. Like a... like this, but not rusted to shit. And the Japanese style one. That would be cool to have. I'd still probably prefer to use the American style, even if I did have that, for what it's worth. So don't. Please don't do that. I can't buy that? Good. Would that be a weapon to the TSA? I don't know. A Japanese woodblock print shop? That's kind of cool. I could be into that, actually. Also, the way I did that cut was safety minded. What am I going to do? Lean over for 4 feet? How tall do you think I am? By the way, jerks. All right, so then this sheet full of stuff for stuff. taller than 4 feet, I can't, I can't bend over this for 4 feet. I'm trying to think if I want to do this next cut on a table saw. Probably. Precedes to bend over 4 feet? No, actually, genuinely, the problem, right? Pretend this is my saw. If I get to here, I can't bring it all the way over. I've got just a little bit left. And so, I mean, I don't want to then release the trigger because that's going to stop the saw. And then we could bind. So then, but if I start here, then I can go across this way. So there. All right, so let me see. Oh yeah, no, I can take this through. I can take that through. All right, so then this piece is probably going to end up being the new back once I figure out how that happened. Yeah, has to be. Man. Yeah. All right. I realize how dirty your laptop screen is. That's funny. Okay. Let me scoot this back the way it was before. Should now be a smidge easier. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this board up right quick. May is tiny. It's a thing. Bedoop. Uh-oh. That is the phone running out of battery. Maybe we could have had it plugged in this whole time because it was one camera angle. Yeah, it's down 20%. Okay, so at 10%, we'll then either plug it in or move to the other stream. We'll see where we're at there. Okay. Whoop. Yep. The shitty thing about this is that it's very top heavy. Okay. I'm not even talking about the live stream. All right. Yeah, remind me to get another 8-foot 2x4 next time I do this. That was way better than being on the floor. You imagine I'd have been on the floor this whole time. The whole time. Gross. Here's another thing that I could use. Wall storage for the wood. Stepping over all this stuff. Okay. Move this whole shebang over. Get my 4-foot long 2x4s over here. And then my MDF topper. I actually wonder picking up this MDF what actually weighs more. A full sheet of MDF or that plywood? Probably still MDF, but like not by that much of a margin. Okay. Work table's back. Get the table saw back in here. Gotta move these first. This can go over in the corner for now. I'm gonna put somewhere better later. All right. Table saw on the move. Okay, and then what I want, because my material is just a little bit longer, I actually got a roller stand. We'll set that up. For these next cuts. Oh, that's the worst sound. All right. Oh. That's a goddamn transformer. Yeah, that is a job site table saw. There's essentially 3 different kinds of table saws. There's a job site. There's your contractor saw, which is a much more stationary, a little bit of an upgrade. And then you also have a cabinet saw. The cabinet saw is like very, very, very good, right? That's when you're talking, like, I've owned cars that have cost me less. Yeah, I'm going to try to get these cuts out before the phone battery gets on there. That is the current plan. Okay. They don't have like an outfeed table or anything because, again, just a little contractor saw, or excuse me, job site saw. So I've got my little roller support that's adjustable. So that way the whole thing can go across it like that, right? All right. So I had marked, I marked to the other side. That is the side that I want because this was on the ground. I'm actually going to move this to the cutoff side. I am so prime. And I need to get the table saw connection from the back of the router. I got a different hole tube. Let's leave this attached to that circular saw for now because I feel like I'm gonna end up using it again. Need a second roller? Maybe. There's like many different kinds of rollers like that, actually. Okay. Just making a little test movement. Somewhat worried. This is one of those instances where I wish I had a better fence. I've got like rollers and things that I can use to keep it in place. That's a roller that I do need. Tell you what. Okay. Need the power cord. Or do I? Not either. Good idea would have been to take the cord out here before I put the plywood on it. Okay. I'm gonna grab one of my offcuts. Just set my table saw height. I'm still not taking this on. It's so good. It's so good. Put the sawhouse table closer. It's not the same height, unfortunately. That would be good though. Like if I had my own space, right, then I would be able to. A lot of people will set and make tables where the edge of it will come perfectly flush with the top of their saw, right? That's what. But those are, you know, if they have actual wood shops. I'm still just in the garage. All right. So, good to go. Actually, I'm gonna change how my power cable here. I don't feel like tripping over it. Yeah, so all I have to do is focus on making sure that we stay up against the fence. That is where it gets tricky. Yeah, right, Bruce? Yeah, exactly. But no, a lot of people do that with the little job site saws, especially ones that don't come with the stand like that one does. Okie dokie. All right. There we go. Dust on, saw on. Wait for that saw to start. That went pretty well. Yeah, Bruce, that's fun. That's pretty good. Oh, that's outside. I just wrote the wrong thing on that. That's outside. That's the top.
That's not a side.
And here comes Shelby. Really, Bruce? That's awesome. Hell yeah. That's really cool. All right. I'm gonna wait just a tick. Yeah, Shelby is coming back from getting groomed. My sister-in-law's coming home from work. We picked her up afterwards. Actually, I'm going to stand over here just in case Shelby decides to come this way. Oh, she got it on the leash. Okay, we're good. All clean and groomed? Huh? All right. Okay. So, oh, you want to come say hi? Hold on, come just a little bit more so you can be on stream. Hello, yes, hello. Hello, yes, hello. Hello. Yes, hello, hi. Whoop, yeah, watch the tripod. All right. So happy, all right? Okay, I'm gonna, it should be rip cut like this, right? Yeah. All right, second verse, same as the first. And then we'll have all of, yeah, she's that chewing on my stuff. Yeah, I agree. All right. Dust collection on. You know what, I'm gonna move the roller. Now the heavy piece is the work piece. Here we go. Let's see, might come off the table just a little bit. Oh yeah, no, we're good. Yep, cool. All right. So, that's going to be another little bitty chunk of scrap. And we'll call this the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom side. Oh man. No, she's an incredibly good dog when she's not being bothersome. I tell my niece that all the time. Such a good dog when she's not being bothersome. Yeah, that side's messed up. All right. Whoops. Catch. So, with that then, what do we got? 419? Let me think of how I want to work this. I do have, so I've got a doweling jig that I think that I want to test before I actually use. Unplug the saw. Because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put this together with dowels, and then pocket hole screws so that I don't need clamps. Dowels are just for alignment. And then I'll be able to ship it flat, right? That's the current plan for that. Yeah, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set that up because that is something that I want to do on a piece of scrap before we do that. And I've not used this doweling jig before. And I want to make sure that I don't mess it up. So I'm going to do it on scrap first. So let's get ourselves set up at the other table here. Oops. And see how that looks. How's the phone power holding up? Something like 15% if I had to guess. And when it dies, it dies. All right. Those. So I'm going to do 3/8 dowels on this probably. It's about 10 millimeters for our European and Asian friends. Okay. Instructions. Psh. So let's see. I just need a 3/4 material. That's good work. I don't know if I want to put this against. I got kind of MDF on this little guy here. Oh, here we go. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Oh, Pink Panther. So, there's a couple of different. Oh, I need the rest of it. So there's a couple of different ways to attach it, right? You can have a corner joint, a face joint, and I'm going to try to not open this more than it already is. Okay, yep, don't want those. Give it. You're killing me. All right, whatever. I'll make a box. So, yeah, a couple different joints that you can do with this guy, right? So if I want to do a face joint, that would be like this, where I have two of them mounted like that. Si, what are you saying about Tesla Max? We can also do make temporarily face joints. A joint like this across the edge, and then also one and middle. Basically, all mine are going to be on the edge, so we're going to test that. And for that, I think I got to move one of these because of the way that it works. I need a screwdriver. Oh, just DK by his joke? Okay, great. I wish that it was easier to reconfigure this, but it should work fine. Also, something else to check. This is 3/8. Yes. So the idea is you can join these together with both pieces clamped in place. That way you know that the holes line up. So hopefully that'll treat us well. There are other joinery methods that would also be neat, but this is what I got. This is what they have access to. Would love a Festool domino, or even a Dowelmax, which is a brand. I do have a question. That is not going to work like that, though. So then, let me mark these. These aren't the same length, but that's fine for our test. Okay. So, boy, yeah, I'm already glad that I'm doing it this way. So if you're doing a face joint, you can use these to clamp the two pieces together, but because it is a corner like that, I don't know exactly how to do it. Let's line it up against this edge. In the square. Actually, no, use the square. Seen this band live? Same. Oh, that is the 10% notification. We're running out of time. Seen a lot of go times, actually. Yeah, so ideally it would, oh, maybe it does move. Just kidding. Just kidding, it totally does. It's just a little harder to move. This one comes off and then goes this way. Got it, got it, got it. A Sunday or McFlurry. Oh, 100% Bruce, yeah. One of my favorite bands. My favorite band that I've ever seen live, like the best show that I've ever seen live, has been Rammstein. That shit's crazy. But then you're also talking much more about spectacle, right? All right, so this little clamp, then goes on here, and then will stay on here when I go to move this other side, so that these two stay lined up in the same way that they were. At least that's the idea. It's the idea. All right, and I gotta set my depth stop. What's your favorite band you've ever seen live, Bruce? All right, so more of it can go here than in there. Doot, doot. Oh, that's cut flat. That's neat. It's like they knew I wanted to put a screw there.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
5 years, 5 years.
It's alive. I got a network there.
Still me, still here. 5 years, baby. 5 years, 5 years.
Oh. Yep, still alive there. Black Star, thank you for 89 months. Hello, how are you? Hello. 89 months. My gosh. That's crazy. Thank you very much. I lost my chat. Actually, I think because I lost Wi-Fi. What happened? All right. Yeah, something's going on with the Wi-Fi out here. Neat. Well, interestingly enough, I have a hardline connection. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Don't be a winner. All right. While that's going, let's do all three just to see. I just realized I've got the setting for that, so I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay. Is drill bit stuck? What's happening? My drill bit's not drilling. Not a drill bit. It's just getting gummed up. Maybe it's just the ends getting gummed up. All right. I've got other brad points that I can use. see if I can get chat back up. Yeah, okay. I reset the thing. I don't know why it cut from Wi-Fi. Cleared. All right, so let me think here. So if we have this much, then I need that to be the rest of it. And so I need to adjust my depth stop. I'm still having problems. All right, whatever. Right about there. Yeah, it's still connecting to chat. I'm going to go and see what you guys are saying real quick. Camera's still good. Everything's good. All right. There's always something when you're trying to stream. All right. So if this camera goes out. Oh, now I got chat. All right, there we go. Whatever. I'm not even going to worry about it. The caramel lollies? Not caramel. Not normally caramel, but we definitely have stuff like that. Uh-oh, that's the 5-minute timer. The 5% timer. Okay, so with that then done, this holds onto the piece the whole time, and I should be able to move this, the drilling side, over without now misaligning the two pieces. Such is the theory, anyway. Whew. And for these, they don't need to be in a specific spot because, in theory, it's going to be lined up with each other. All right. And same story, so we're going to drill deeper into the side piece here. Just this one more time. Yeah, I mean, halls are really the one that or like recoiler halls. Those are like the ones that actually do things. Ludens, those are nonsense. The active ingredient in Ludens is like sugar. All right, something like right there. Yeah, if there's actually some kind of medicine in them, then they're not like. Well, Halls has medicine in them. Right, doesn't it? Right? Uh-oh. My camera go out? Or no, we're good. Brush. something about going to the face. Like, and last one. Okay. So now I should be able to put all these on, put them together nice and easy. Or such is the idea. So, if I did this properly, I don't know if I need 3 in each thing. I feel like 2 should be fine, but whatever. And grab my mallet. One thing that I'm wondering right now is which side it's actually supposed to joint. Might be the other side from what I had initially. Oh, not that side. Yep. Boy. Yeah, maybe I didn't give myself enough depth. But that is going to be tricky. So this side, never mind, I think I didn't give myself enough depth, but this side is lined up pretty flush. This side is not. Because this is the one that I moved to then put it in. So that is going to be tricky. Tricky. I will have to figure that one out. Yeah, I think I didn't go deep enough into this piece. Like sometimes you need to, give it a little bit of persuasion, but she ain't budging. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know, but I think that either way I'd need to go a little bit deep. Yeah, lozenges, yeah. So now the tricky part would be, if I didn't go deep enough, let's test this. How would I then fix it? Would I have to just drill different holes? I mean, I guess it could be other ways. My initial thought was to how I would put this up here. Oh, so weird red rocks. Oh, man. Your question from this year. Interesting. I guess I just need to make sure that it's seated enough when I go to do that side. Well, here's what I'll do. Should be able to put this, and those should go in there. Well, how am I going to remove them though? Will do. Actually, looking at it, like those are deep enough, right? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it's not. All right. We will do these two. Could line up that other one. Clamp that into place. Drill out the middle. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking to actually do this. It would be a little bit easier. All right. You guys are going to have to give a shout when that camera dies because I can't see it. Oh. All right. So. Fill the middle one on. Dead camera? Son of a bitch. Well. Oh man, it fits perfectly now. Well, what I'll do is I'll fix this up and maybe post a picture of it. But for that, shout, yeah. I figured it was pretty close to dying. We'll have to end there for now, guys. What I'm going to do is finish this up. I'm going to get some food and maybe, I feel like I have enough time, get a quick shower in, and then we'll be live with some games. So thank you guys for hanging out, and I will be back